Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm your keeper for this evening, not your dungeon master. We are returning to our Call of Cthulhu episodes. This is going to be the continuation of our last adventure. Previously, the National Museum of Cairo was having some problems. Mysterious piles of sand, people feeling uneasy, the sounds of animals going around a place where they shouldn't be. Let me just check my notes. The orchestrator of this, a man by the name of Sir Charles Corn, requested that a number of individuals be sent over to investigate the premises over a night, and let's just say that they encountered some rather terrifying examples of Egyptian history. After they had resolved the issue to the best of their ability, they handed over the artifacts to one of the other individuals who was called in to assist, a Daniel Richards. Today, we'll be exploring what happens. This is a couple of days after the events of the museum. Now, let me just pop over here so I'm actually on the same page as you. Mr. Richards has requested that the professors... I gotta get over to you guys' stuff. Requested Dr. Tubbs, Warner, Professor Wilson, and of course Quincy to meet him in the first floor of the museum. He's also
But it's doctors, professors, and then Quincy.
He has also requested that Mr. Crabtree and Mr. Jacobs accompany him as well.
All right.
So it's about after the events, the museum has been closed for 2 days under the guise of some maintenance being done. For those of you who have been requested here, of course, Quincy, you accompany Mr. Richards when he comes here, and the others arrive within 5 to 10 minutes of each other. You meet in the rotunda between the Old Kingdom and the cafe of the museum. Mr. Richards is again dressed in his normal, very American business suit, looking as if he was ready to go to a ball or gala or discuss some shady business in the back before returning to such a place. Thank you all for coming. Mr. Crabtree, Mr. Jacobs, I am once again employing your particular set of skills in this matter. We have to deal with the artifacts that were collected a few days ago. I'm sure everything is ready, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah, we have all the transportation ready.
Good. By the way, it's been quite some time since we worked together. How have you been keeping?
It's been all right.
All right. Mr. Crabtree, and you?
Doing all right. The sand doesn't necessarily agree with me.
I don't think it agrees with anyone.
And when you guys see Jacobs, you see a very tall man, scarred all over his face with also a scar around his throat, and looks to be in almost faux military uniform.
Crabtree is of average height, very not stocky, but muscular, well built. He keeps a short haircut, neatly combed, mustache neatly trimmed, kept in line. He wears a suit, but it's not like a really fancy suit. No tie, very plain white shirt, suit navy in color.
Okay. And we have here Dr. Tubbs. I'm very sorry that you were not able to assist us 2 days previous, but I understand that sometimes other business needs to be attended to.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I had a murder to help, or few autopsies to run. Hey there, I'm Dr. Tubbs. Nice to meet you.
Nice
He's
to
a
meet you,
slightly
Dr. Tubbs.
shorter than average height, kind of round, wearing tweed.
I'm actually a little impressed, Nick. Okay. If the rest of the party, well, let's start from the bottom. Quincy, you can describe yourself.
The bottom, I get it. Anyway, Quincy is about like average height, a very lithe figure. Also has a very nicely trimmed mustache and a little bit of a beard. Today, unlike yesterday, he actually has some nice fancy glasses on. They may not have lenses. And his suit is expertly tailored. Probably very expensive. And he just kind of carries himself with an air of, I'm amazing, as he looks at all of you.
All right. Professor Wilson?
Yes. Let's see. I didn't put in much about the physical attributes of my character. He's wearing, I would say, nice pants, a dress shirt, short sleeves, and a nice hat.
See, I always imagine him with a massive amount of white dreadlocks. Anyway.
Hold on. Let's see. Pants. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. I had to concentrate on other aspects, so I didn't put in the amount of time I should have with that aspect of it.
Okay, Dr. Warner.
Okay. Dr. Slim. Scruff.
You're cutting out rather bad.
Any better?
Eh,
Real quiet. Real quiet.
you're a little crackly.
Dr. Warner is slim, pale, scruffy. He wears.
You cut out.
He basically just looks like nerdier version.
All I got was a
teaching
nerdier
class.
version.
Get closer to your mic.
Nerdier version of Indiana Jones.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. All right. I see we all have a theme going.
at
Okay.
least I could tell that one. I was like, just get closer, you're good. I
Okay.
can't help internet trouble.
He also has dark circles under his eyes.
I think we all
that's
do
right.
at this point.
Yeah. Well.
Richard looks as fresh as a daisy, which is surprising.
Yeah, we know because he's been
Yeah, 'cause
gorging
you
himself on
actually
steak
does
and
seem-
gambling.
I wonder if it's because someone actually got sleep.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason.
Motherfucker.
Okay. I would like to invite you all to the hotel. I'd like to keep you all close before we head off tomorrow for the location that these objects need to be laid to rest in, shall we say.
Well, keep me close, huh?
Why not stay at the facility where we have the vehicles at?
You see, I have a number of these objects warded in order to be less of a trouble, and I'm very fully invested in the protection of them. more for our protection, and moving them too soon can result in a myriad of problems for all involved.
All right, I'll have my men stationed around the hotel then.
Good.
I have a feeling you've never slept in a hotel bed.
Talking to me?
Yeah. Everyone
Well,
else
I
here
want
actually
something
looks
that
like they've
soft.
been in society. I mean, it's nice to have a soft bed sometime. You should try it. You can borrow mine.
You look too soft.
I mean, you can try me out. I may not be as soft as you think. Alright, we're supposed to be doing something, aren't we?
Yes. Now, my rooms at the Savoy are, I'm quite sure, ready. I've rented a number of rooms on the floor, and I hope you all can join me in some hospitality and preparing for the next few days, which I am sure will be a trial.
I don't like the sound of that.
With that,
A trial? I thought we were just transporting some items.
perhaps you'd like to know the nature of the items. You may ask Doctors Warner and Professor Wilson and Quincy as to their nature. And with that, he kind of walks out of the front door of the museum.
You
I
ask
follow
them.
behind him.
Ask them. I have no idea.
I don't care. I'm hired for a job. I know there's
I can
freaky shit out
guarantee
there.
you whatever you think you're ready.
I've been hired by him before.
He'll give you the long version.
I'm not there anymore anyway, so I followed him out.
Can I sense some uneasiness in your voice there, Dr. Warner?
Yeah.
I tell you for sure, man. Okay, the short version. Some really powerful spirits, I say, really powerful, figured out we took something that belonged to them. They were pretty pissed about it and sent some of their representatives to tell us we were doing wrong. And we almost paid the price, the ultimate price.
Ha! Superstitions.
Boy, I swear to God.
He wasn't here.
I know he
He
wasn't.
once. He gets a pass just once.
There's nothing in this world that can't be explained by science, my boy.
I thought the exact same thing a couple of days ago, my friend. I thought the exact same thing. You have not seen what I've seen. And I pray to God that you don't.
You good? You good, Warner?
Yeah.
You good? Both of you?
One day at a time.
I should give him a pat on the back.
Thanks.
Just remember what I said last time. It helps. Just think of something else.
Could you remind me out of what you said?
When your character was freaking out, I was just like, just think of your favorite book, think of the synopsis, just go through that in your head. Think of something else.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
I misspoke before. They are in the Cataract Hotel, but it's still roughly east of the museum. As I'm assuming the rest of you follow Richards and Jacobs out. You see that Richard is approached by a sharply dressed young man. He looks to be in his early 20s. Very well dressed. His hair is just so. He kind of stops stops Richards, and you see a conversation go between them, and he hands something to him, and then just walks away. And Richards kind of stares very long at the piece of paper in his hand before opening it, reading it, and kind of grabs it a little harder than you'd expect him to before putting it in his coat pocket.
Would I have heard since I was falling basically right behind him, would I have heard anything?
He would have probably been 10 to 15 feet ahead of you, and you would have caught like the very tail end of this conversation. Make me first roll of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Listen.
Yes. Please roll me a
Purple
listen.
or green?
If I remember correctly, it's purple. That is the one that we need.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
Okay, no, it's green then.
Okay.
That's a problem. You just barely heard something. I would say you heard something about payment, but you're not sure what the rest of the context around it is.
Okay.
Richard pauses a bit, and he is smoothing down his jacket, and he looks and makes sure the rest of you are following him. Says, well, we can't stand here all day. Let's go to the hotel. Quincy, he kind of beckons you closer.
You're muted, Drink.
I unmuted, but I guess it just did it again. Okay. Yeah. Where's the boss man?
He leans in and says, I need you to check the safe in the room when we get back. Be quick about it.
Will do.
All right, thank you. And he pats you on the shoulder and kind of pushes you ahead.
I walk over to where would be my vehicle with my driver.
He checks his watch, which is actually on his wrist. I believe I'm late for a drink with Sir Charles. I will catch up with you in, say, 30 minutes. All right.
You guys will see Jacobs get into a kind of military style vehicle. It has enough room if anybody else needs to ride in. And he has a driver.
I will. Do I know where the hotel is that you mentioned?
Yes, it's there in this area, and this is actual part of Cairo history. There's about 3 to 4 different hotels in the area.
Okay.
This is the one directly east of it.
Roughly how far away is it?
Let me check the actual map that we have. It is, I would say,
If it's less than a mile, then I'd walk.
It's maybe a block, maybe 2.
Oh, yeah, I'd walk.
I'll grab my bag and walk.
Okay.
I'm assuming I know where it
It's
is.
the offer, but I'll walk.
I'll point to the driver and point to the hotel so he knows to go over there.
Yes. The blocks are a little bit long here, but it's probably 2 to 3 museum lengths between you and this hotel. And you see Richards is going over toward the barracks area that is southwest of the museum, which is where we started this whole adventure, and is where the offices of Sir Charles resides. It takes you probably, I would say, 10 minutes for you to make your way from the museum to the hotel and into the main lobby area. Quincy, you know that the second floor is where your rooms are, and this is a 3-floored building. We will be using one map for all 3 because it is literally the same floor space for all of them.
Sweet. Makes it so much sense.
Yep. Yes, if Mr. Richards is not here, we have the various orbs that will be representing you, except for Jacob's, because he has to be fancy and have his face.
Excuse me, I
Yes.
also have my face.
He has to be fancier. We will get rid of the fireball then.
Can you shrink that down for me
Yes.
to about
yes,
the
I
same
can.
size as the orbs? Thank you.
Bam. There we go.
Damn, Quincy, you're big. That's what he likes to
I
hear.
mean,
That's what she said.
we'll see how big I really am.
He's a shrimp. Okay.
Shut up.
Okay, we're gonna put that in. All right. You're met at the hotel by your 2 under officers, Jacobs. They are St. Jacques and O'Hara. They lead 3 men each for a total of 8. Yes, I can count. I'm surprised by this at right this moment. One is a very, very obviously Irishman. The other is a Frenchman.
What?
You cut out.
A very obvious Irishman. The other is
Yeah.
you would, from his accent, you would assume an American, but he is a French national.
Sweet.
No, I will
I
actually,
was-
I will amend that.
Go ahead.
O'Hara is not there. You were met by St. Jacques, who is... That's the wrong one. He is present and waiting for you within the foyer of the Cataract Hotel.
Where are your rooms? I'll ask Quincy.
Huh? Oh, second floor. I'll lead you there.
I point to St. Jacques and, 2-finger point, and just kind of tell him to have everybody follow. And I'll point to the sides for 2 men to stay down in the lobby.
St. Jacques just nods and he goes and starts marshaling the rest of them. O'Hara is not currently visible, but the 3 people underneath Jacques' command, 2 stay in the lobby, 1 goes off to retrieve the rest of the unit.
Okay.
As you make your way upstairs, there are 2 sets of stairs. Thank goodness. They are here and here on your maps. We're going to assume that this is the main entry point. Quincy, you lead Jacobs and the rest of them to the rooms that have been selected by Mr. Richards, which is this block of rooms. Pretty much this entire half of the hall has been rented out. He hasn't rented out the entire hotel because even that's beyond him. But a lot of places were already booked previously because of the festivities going on about the museum. This is where more of the hobnobbing.
Socialites.
The socialites will stay here, but will go to some of the more casinos and speakeasies and stuff to deal with each other. And this is where they come back to sleep over their hangovers and fraternize.
So my kind of crowd.
Yes, pretty much. Okay, so it's probably been about 50 minutes since you left the museum. You made your way up to upstairs. I'm going to drop a freaking bear's head or lion's head. Come on, there we go. This shall be the representative of the main room and, shall we say, the safe and the artifacts that are housed within it.
And do I know who has what room, or is it just a free-for-all?
Pretty much currently it's a free-for-all, except for the room that has the safe in it is very much Mr. Richards. Yours is right next to it.
Okay.
I'll have the one across the hall.
It's unfortunate that he didn't rent that one. It is
I'll
already
take the
taken.
room flanking his
On the other side.
Okay.
Damn it.
You can share a room with me.
I think there's enough for everyone to have their own. Unless, you
Rather be closer
Judge?
to the. Rather be closer to the safe.
fair enough, I guess.
I've slept in worse places. So do
I'll
fine.
take the room closest to the lobby.
Okay. We'll shrink you down. We'll shrink your balls a little bit right there, so you fit in the room.
Ooh, it's kind of cold in here.
Shrink his blue balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
There's no shrinking of these balls, Sonny.
That was
I
entirely too
mean-
sinister, and I don't know why.
I'm just gonna keep my comment to myself.
No, say it.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Pussy.
Nope. So is it this? I can kind of see. Is it this room?
Is
Time?
Yeah, that room is yours, which
Okay.
would be that.
Sorry, the map is sort of blurry, so I can't quite tell where the lines are.
Do apologize for that. I could not get anyone larger or clearer. It was hard enough finding any floor plans beyond the museum itself, which
I'll share the
frustrated
room
me.
with Quincy.
Oh. I mean, if you want, I'm not gonna say no.
Is this one over here available? Is that one that's
It
rented out?
is. It's pretty much from. Let me see if I can create some nice blocks and squares. Draw a shape.
And I'll go with you in the room to check the safe.
I'm fairly certain you were not told about that.
Oh, yeah. Then I'd get my own room. If I don't know about the safe.
I need that to move. Come on. All right, we'll just put it this way. This roughly those rooms. I half-assed it. We're working with it. Okay.
All right. Fine.
Where will you be staying, Wilson?
Let's see.
Well, I would have been told about the artifacts, correct?
Right here.
And would I have been told about the safe?
You would have been told that there are some artifacts being transferred. You would have been informed that he has them under lock and key at the hotel. So you can assume that they're in his room.
Okay. Then you get a bunk buddy.
No comment. Anyway, I am gonna go. Like, I gotta do something real quick. You can make yourself at home.
Okay.
He's
So
kinda
that one's
gross.
mine. I should point to my bed. That one's mine. Unless you want to share. I don't mind. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go check the safe.
Okay. The times that you've been in Richard's rooms, you've been distracted by professionalism. You don't really remember where the safe is, so I'm going to need
boy.
you to make a. Let's see. Is it an investigation? Is that a thing in this?
Or do they call it something else?
I know. I'm looking through all this.
That's not spot hidden. It would be spot hidden actually, because the safes aren't, widely.
They're like secret wall safes kind of thing.
Something like that. You wouldn't want to, you don't walk into a hotel room and see this big ass safe in the middle of it. That's kind of counterintuitive. You know how they kind of shove them in the closets or hide them behind things. This is a bit higher end, so it's even more spiffy. So yeah, spot hidden.
Great. It's the green one, right?
Yeah, green.
Okay. Damn it.
Damn it. Where is it?
I really should have been paying attention.
Yeah. I can say you can spend the next 20 or 30 minutes trying to find it because you're used to finding stuff that is hidden.
Yes.
But right now,
I don't know what that means, but yes.
yeah. So you start looking around. Jacobs and Crabtree, you hear the rustling of materials as Quincy moves things around the room next to you. The walls are thin-ish, but there's a lot of things that he's moving around heavily.
I will go investigate that. That's a
Yeah, if I hear stuff coming out of Richard's room, I'm gonna be checking on that.
I've got a question about the rolling mechanics here. Like, how does that actually work?
It's percentage. You have to get underneath your skill percentage, if I remember correctly, in order to get a success. So if you have an 80 in something, that means that you have to roll percentile 80 and below in order to succeed. If you roll higher than that, you failed. So the lower your percentage, the harder it is for you to do. The higher your percentage, the more badass you are at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm only really good at one thing, and that is charm. Get your head out of the gutter. So let's see, my strength. I'm kind of
Why are you
kind of
teasing me
struggling.
like that?
I'm kind of struggling to move this shit. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Crabtree and
All the
Jacobs.
rest of the floor have him hearing Quincy have a hernia.
You well, let's hope it's a hernia. You kind of meet each other at Richard's door, which is closed, and you still hear the pained grunting of Quincy in the room.
I'll just open the door and go. And if I see Quincy, I'll go.
I locked it.
Oh.
So you hear and kind of pause in the midst of your searchings.
Just listen for a second.
Is that the door handle? You gonna try again?
Quiet.
Can I try opening the door?
Yeah.
Would I be able to use mechanical repair in some kind of way to open the door?
There's an actual locksmith ability.
There is a locksmith ability, but I know that you don't have that.
Skill.
I
I'm
would
using
say.
what I know. Or could I try and jimmy the lock with my knife?
I would say you're gonna have to. I would say you'd have advantage using the locksmithing skill, with a +2, which means you have to roll the purple because of your mechanical repair. But this is locksmithing and mechanics. While similar worlds, are not absolutely the same.
Okay. Then I get. What would you like me to roll then?
Roll me a locksmith, and you get a +2. So you'll have to click on the purple die.
Let's see if I can beat the 1%.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
So you
So
just
you had to roll in one.
I'm just gonna grab the handle and twist hard.
The handle starts to groan underneath. You're trying to open it, and you kind of like push Crabtree out of the way. You hear someone Quincy, you hear someone vigorously trying to open this door.
Hey, what? Stop! You're gonna break it. What?
What are you doing?
I'm looking for something.
In Mr. Richards' room.
I'm just gonna go to the door and like kind of just open it a little bit. Yeah, I left something in here. I'm looking for it. It's kind of personal, so just let me look for it. I'll be done in a bit.
I want to jam my foot in the opening between the door and the sill.
I mean, I ain't
Pushing
closing it.
Open the door.
Oh shit!
Okay, so, boom. Jacob just pushes through the door, and kind of bops you out of the way. You see a very standard for this kind of hotel room. There's beds, there's comfy chairs, there's places where you can rearrange your appearance. The fancy name escapes me. A water
Vanity.
closet.
Vanity.
I was thinking chifforobe for some reason. Vanity works.
What did you lose? Perhaps we can help you find it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your business.
Well, I mean, we were hired to keep
And
everything
your
safe.
business is to be in here?
Right now, yeah.
Find what you need. I'll wait right here by the door.
Outside
And
the
he'll just
door.
lean back. He'll just lean
Outside,
back up.
outside the door.
Nope.
I will remind you, because this had slipped my mind. You both know that Quincy is like Richards' secretary.
Oh. Oh, shit.
That information
That
slipped my
changes it a
mind.
lot.
That information slipped my mind. I forgot to mention that.
Okay,
I would
back
never
this
have been
shit up.
so rude.
Yeah.
Retcon.
I
Okay.
would not have...
Okay,
I
we
would not have
can
done that
rewind this
shit.
back a little bit back. It's like, wait a minute, do they remember that Quincy's like the secretary? No, they do not. I forgot to mention that. That is a failure on my part. I do apologize, but that was hilarious.
Not a problem.
I feel
Well, I
bad
mean,
now.
we were hired
Then
to keep this
I
shit
would knock
safe.
on the door.
Yeah.
I'd knock on the
Everything's
door.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
In a different time. You hear Quincy ask from inside the door, "Yes?" as you knock on it.
You're making a little bit of a ruck there. Do you need
I'm
any help?
No, I'm good. I'm just looking for something.
You sure you don't need a hand?
I'm sure.
Okay. I'll go back to my room and lay down and relax.
Okay. Jacobs.
I'll
what do you
look
do?
for, I must go down and see if I can find my other troops and
I went so
Bring 'em up.
differently.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, now we know you're supposed to be doing this shit.
yeah.
That's still on me. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Oh,
We'll deal.
My
We'll,
job?
we'll deal with.
Rewind.
We'll deal with Jacobs and his troops in a bit.
Not
Roughly at this point, it's probably, since it takes you about 30 minutes. Richards tends to go along with his drinking parties, and sometimes loses track of time. So probably nearing about 20 minutes of your search, we'll say that it took about 5 minutes for Jacob and Crabtree to question you. Richards returns. Richard comes back into the hotel, and he makes his way to his room, and he opens the door to find you rooting through all the stuff.
You didn't tell me where the fuck it is.
I love that.
I'd like to try and listen through the door. Not through the door, through the wall.
Okay.
You're so nosy, motherfucker.
It's
Listen,
it's
I
his
was
job.
hired to protect this shit. I want to know
I
everything
know,
going
I
on.
know.
Okay, that is there's a hearing thing I do believe.
Listen.
Listen. Yeah. Roll me a listen check.
Hey,
Green one.
listen.
Purple or green?
Green.
Nope.
It's not that bad.
So it kind of sounds like somebody's speaking through a pillow. You can hear somebody talking, but you can't tell what it's saying.
Something fun.
No comment. No comment.
Pretty much, yeah. So
Anyway.
it's kind of like it's the one of those
More like
conversations
her.
you try to ignore at the hotel. It's like I'm just going to ignore all the other people exist outside of this room. I'm just going to stick to myself. That's kind of what you're getting here. Richard just passes his hand over his brow. And he goes over to like the one corner you haven't tossed yet. And
It's always the last place you look.
and like moves this very gaudy looking painting aside, and there is a wall safe there. That was an oversight on my part. Anyway, he quickly puts in the passcode to get in, and you hear it pop open, and he opens it. You see him. You see his jaw start working.
Good. Everything good?
No, it's not good. He closes the thing.
I want
The
to try
safe.
and look.
He closes the safe. He closes the
Okay.
the painting goes back in place. He goes, assemble the rest in the walking or sitting area down the hall. I have a conversation I must have with them. And he leaves the room and he waits for you. And we're just going to
Give
call this a
me
seating area.
A please? Do I get a please?
No.
Okay.
You get it now.
I'll take that too. Okay, I'm gonna go get everyone.
Okay. While that's happening, we're going to switch over to Jacob's. All right. You make your way down to the first floor of the Cataract. There is a very open bar at one part of this building. We're going to say it's somewhere in the middle, just for ease of access, and it's very close to the lobby because, you get into the hotel, it's the 1920s, you want a drink. Okay. You see Jacques is still is in the foyer. Two of his men are still stationed in the lobby, and he sees you coming up, and he comes over to you and says, O'Hara's in his cups again.
I'll handle it.
All right.
Get 2 men upstairs. I give them the room number for Richard's room. Guard that door.
Yes, sir. Sharma, Ibrahim.
And then
go.
I will head over. Then I will head over to the bar.
You head over to the bar. You see very prominently at one of the stools the flaming red head of O'Hara as he is commiserating with the rest of them. To anyone who will listen, he has highball glass in hand, scotch on the rocks, and he is giving his normal spiel. As you approach him, he kind of pauses in the middle of it. And, sir, and he sets it down really quickly, and he kind of tries to get up out of his stool, and he almost tips himself over, and then he rights himself, gets up, and kind of dusts off his coat and stands at attention.
I'm going to smack him upside the head.
Sorry, sir. It's almost that. It's almost that time of year again. You remember that this is a very emotional time for him. He about this time he saw his favorite officer get cut down in front of him and this is the anniversary of his death.
O'Hare, I have no problem with you drinking.
Sir?
One every now and then is fine. After this is over, I will get you drunk with my own personal liquor. Otherwise, stay off of it now. And I'll use intimidate on him.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's
Uh,
he's used to authority. He was not one of the rifles. He was in Her Majesty's service in the Great War.
But I'll take his highball. And would I know the officer's name? If I do, I would salute the officer and then I'd drink the highball myself.
You might have. I just didn't come up with a name.
Nah, okay. Well, I say the officer's name. And I good off. And I toss back the highball.
Okay. Do you need me for anything?
We're going to need roving patrols around this hotel. 2 men staying on the door upstairs. I want your men to switch on and off and do a patrol up and down the stairs and down the hallway.
Okay. You see him kind of smooth his hair and snap his fingers, and you see 3 men, one with a very impressive mustache, look up at him, and he kind of beckons him over and puts him toward the lobby and says, "I'll get right on it." You hear him telling the other 3 what they're supposed to do. You see 2 again resume position in the lobby, and 1 begins kind of roaming the halls. While this is going on, Quincy, you go through the doors, you knock, and you tell the rest of them that Richards wants an audience. You remember hearing that you don't find Jacobs in your room. But as that's happening, 2 of Jacobs' men come up. One is a very, very Slavic individual, or at least Indo-Russia. The other looks very much like a native of Cairo.
I'm assuming they're in military stuff, so it's obvious.
It's kind of borderline.
They're in something similar.
Yeah.
To Jacobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's your boss man?
Mr. Jacobs is downstairs. Last time we saw him.
Okay. I'm gonna go find him, I guess.
Okay. As you go downstairs, you pass another individual dressed similarly to the 2 that you pass upstairs, kind of roaming through the halls, and you see Jacobs. I'm assuming you're walking back to your room now, yes?
Yes.
All right. You see Jacobs walking at a lounging pace down the hall towards the stairs you've just come from.
Hey, what? I think it's the sitting room, right at the end of the hall.
Yep.
Richard wants us the sitting room at the end of the hall.
On my way.
Wait for me,
Let's go.
Jesus! I gotta go that way too.
As he walks by, he'll just grab your shoulders and twist you around.
Okay. I go with him. What else am I gonna do?
Okay.
And we'll go up the stairs and get to the sitting room.
So I may ask,
Wrong
what
darn
month is
way.
it?
What month? Okay, so it's 1923. I know that for sure. It would be somewhere in the summer, so I'm gonna say July or August. So it is unbelievably hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, fucking summer in Cairo.
Yeah.
Why am I wearing this fucking suit?
You
Honestly,
acclimate.
And
Speaking
Jacob's
from
wearing
someone-
a duster.
speaking from someone who's spent almost a year in the desert, it's not that bad, honestly.
Not really.
Okay. City boy in a fancy suit.
Hey, people like him sweaty.
I'm gonna
gives a
choose to ignore
wonderful
that. Just put him in here.
You gotta get that must.
I'm choosing to ignore that too. I am gonna make sure everyone's in here. If anyone's missing, I'm gonna go get them. Be like, hey. Come on.
For those of you
I'm
who...
at the right spot, right?
Yes, you are.
Good.
The blue purple marble is with the magical aura is Mr. Richards.
Okay. Okay.
You have control over your orb, Nick?
Which one is he?
I don't know.
It's this one.
Okay.
The really cold ball.
I thought it was run room up from Craig, not Nick.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay.
Are you here?
Nick is right down here. We'll just
I know,
move
I'm
him
saying,
up.
is he here though?
Nick.
You have push to talk on? Yes? No? Probably.
Sorry, someone was talking to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Are you here?
Now you are.
I am now.
He wants Trent wants to know if you have control over your tokens.
Which is
Okay.
this one. All right. Thank you. As you all roughly come together, Richards is just standing in the corner of the sitting room at the copious mini bar that's there, angrily swirling a glass of alcohol. Once you all arrive, he turns around and he looks each and every one of you in the eye. It seems that there is a problem that has cropped up in our... He kind of taps on the glass a bit. In our travel plans. Now
You sees Jacob's eyes just kind of narrow.
Now I need each and every one of you to be honest with me. Do any of you work for the three families?
Would I even know what the three families is?
Yeah, same.
I was gonna say, do
Is
we
that
know what
the
that
mob
means?
reference?
It is the mob.
Oh, sorry. That's a mob reference. I say no.
Even though I may sound like I'm in the fucking mob, no.
I just kind of give him, "Are you fucking serious?" look, because he would know of my history.
He'll just hold up his hand like, I have to ask everyone here.
No.
Dr. shakes his head.
Dr. Tubbs? I know Crabtree here's as straight as a
You
die.
asked me here. Tell me.
What did you say, Trent?
I know Crabtree here's as straight as a die.
I haven't actually been home, so no.
All right.
Straight as a die, that's too bad. I mean, what? Don't know what you... Okay, never mind.
Well, I was approached outside of the museum. One of my business contacts is part of the three families, and there has been some scruples over payment in the past. A certain amount of debt was owed, and they were informing me that that debt is no longer applicable.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just hear Jacob just go. "Mm."
So where can we find them at?
I don't know. They generally will operate out of places like this. I have every belief that what they took, those being the artifacts that we worked so hard to acquire, is still within this building. Otherwise, I would have my ways of knowing that they left. And what better place to hide something than in relatively plain sight? About this time, it's getting towards evening. It's starting to get a little bit darker. The people are starting to emerge and for the nightly parties. And so the hotel is relatively quiet at this point. Hence why he is so comfortable with having this conversation in the sitting room instead of one of the rooms.
Let me ask, how much would I know about the three families?
Let me see.
Same.
Okay. Let's see if we have any knowledge. Let's just make it a standard history check.
Oh, goody.
Oh, fuck.
I
So you get
assume
advantage
3.
since I would have been in the city for a while?
No, because you were, if I remember correctly, in South America for a great portion of your career.
For the last year, and then, or for the year before this, and then for this year, I would have been here.
And this is an Egyptian families?
Nope, this is the Italians.
Oh, would I have advantage?
Are you Italian?
No, but I spent 1914 to 1922 in Europe.
Where's your place of origin in the U.S.?
Virginia.
Virginia, okay. You probably actually randomly forgot when Prohibition was started. You have heard the stories from Chicago and from New York. But yes, I still need a history check, and we'll say you get a +1 due to your international exploits.
For both of us?
For Crabtree, you unfortunately get a straight roll for you because I believe you are doing most of your stuff for just what it is.
No.
All right. Both of you don't really remember what he's talking about. And he kind of sees the question on your face. The mob. I'm sure you've heard of the term, the mafia criminal organization.
Oh, I just meant if I know anything else about them.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like you said, I would
was
have
going
already
for
known him.
all right.
knowledge
So,
about these people.
other than what would commonly be known in the U.S. in the 1920s, not really. You know they exist. You know they're formidable. You know they do loan sharking. Other than that, you don't know like their modus operandi. Other than they are brutal, they are effective, and they rule through fear.
Do you know their family names?
I prefer not to ask such questions because those who do are either within the know or quickly put into a graveyard, if they're lucky.
Do you want to be subtle about finding them here? Or
I would
a
prefer
sledgehammer?
I prefer not to damage the this fine establishment. I do like to come back here often for business and pleasure, but start subtle, and if it doesn't go subtly, bring out the sledgehammer. And he just kind of swings the whole glass back at that.
I'll step back, give a whistle to my 2 men down here.
Okay.
Head down to the bar when you're done with this portion.
Okay. Kravchenko and Ibrahim come up to you. Sir?
Our employer has had something taken from him. He says it should still be here in this hotel. some of the families are involved. If you see anybody about who looks like they're part of the family, keep an eye on them. And one of you come back and tell me. Spread that to the others. Search the hotel.
And just remember, I'm working with them. I know the voice. No, I'm not. I'm good.
Kravchenko just kind of narrows his eyes at you.
So,
They give a click of the heels and go and inform the rest of the individuals. Why is there a plane going over my house in the middle of the night? Okay.
It's the corona. They're spreading it.
It's an alphabet boy.
They're dumping it in the sky.
When he narrowed his eyes at me, did it seem like he was
No, he narrowed his eyes at Quincy.
Oh, at Quincy, okay.
because I'm a
So he
little
narrowed his eyes
shit.
on me.
No. All of the
that
people.
would be bad for him.
Yeah, all of your squad pretty much will do what you ask when you ask.
Okay.
Only pretty much.
Well, if it goes against their personal morals, they won't. Okay. While the rest of them are either securing the lobby below or starting to search in the rooms, what are the rest of you doing? Let's move the lion's head because that's not here anymore.
I'm going to Quincy. I'm guessing you know what these artifacts
Yeah, but I'm not the one that knows the most about them. That'd be Warner. And he worked at the museum, right? Or worked with them? I can't remember.
Still do. I don't know. The last few days, a little.
Is there anything we need to know about these besides not to touch them? As I'm guessing that would be bad.
I can tell you the sooner we get them, the better. And I'll also give a description of each of the items so
that... You're looking for a small silver cylinder that it has raised hieroglyphics on it and a scarab at one end. A uncut red stone in a clay setting about the size of maybe like your palm or smaller. And a simple set of scales. Like hand scales.
Okay.
I'd like to head down to the bar area. And I just want to take a good look at everyone there without being too conspicuous. And just, is there anyone with any kind of package or luggage just sitting around? Looks like they're waiting.
From a quick glance and a little bit thorough recheck, there doesn't really seem to be anyone who shouldn't be there. They seem to be very casual day drinkers. As it is,
sorry, go ahead.
It is getting more towards evening. The people who are here because they either have to be or they don't want to be anywhere else.
I would like to ask the front desk then if anyone has checked in recently.
Let me check, sir. And they kind of go through the logs. No one within the past hour or two.
All right, what about 12 hours?
Most of our rooms have been booked in advance. The only new ones that have been rented have been by a Mr. Richards. He expanded his...
Anyone with an Italian-sounding name?
He kind of flips through some more. No, sir. All of them seem very, very much foreign. And you see he speaks English very well, but this is a man trained in the British Empire, but he's very much in Cairo, from Cairo. And so he kind of gives you the pointed look of like, everyone sounds foreign to me.
May I take a look?
What might this be about?
That's none of your business, actually.
Then I don't think the privacy of our guest is yours.
I will
Carefully closes the
my-
book.
I'll open my jacket a little bit and I say, I think you should let me take a look.
Okay. It's not a charisma check. What is it? Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yes.
Intimidate.
Roll me an intimidation check, if you will.
Any bonus or flat?
I would say this
Plus one
is
would be
actually part of the roaring 20s for the Cairo, and so there's a lot of booze going around. This is probably not the first one. +1.
Yeah.
I'll say a +1. It's not as effective, but you're still threatening the man.
+1 is a success.
Okay. He kind of like looks around. He pushes very carefully the ledger book to where you can grab it, and then takes his hands off of it, and very purposefully looks in a direction that's not at you.
I'll pull a couple dollars out and put them on the banister and set them off to the side.
He unerringly grabs them without looking at you, and they just slip, disappear into his pocket.
Just taking a look for anything that might stand out.
Okay. So you're flipping through it. The handwriting's pretty decent. Most of it seems to be what you expect for American businessmen. A number of Englishmen as well. There's actually, strangely enough, one German, very German-sounding name. All the rest of them are either sound like local dignitaries or are part of the numerous delegates, or seem related to the delegates that are in this general area, because there are a lot of consulates.
Any Smith?
There is a couple. 3 specifically, and they have checked in for. You see that they've checked in within the last several days, but it seems as if their reservations have been several months in advance.
One last thing, and then I'm done with this. Any in the last? Would I know how long that they've been? Well, would I know how long that they've planned on doing this expedition?
You were contacted within the last, I would say, within the last 2 days. You were probably contacted the day of when Mr. Warner and or Dr. Warner and the rest of them were doing the first part of the campaign. Pretty much like you're lounging around in your apartments in Cairo or somewhere close to it, and you receive a telegram. It's like, I need muscle. Come over. You'll be paid.
Okay. Then I would expand my look, or narrow my look, I guess, to any that have checked in within the past 24 hours.
There are 3 individuals who checked in the last 24 hours, all of which have either an American sounding name or a British sounding name.
What are the American names?
They are Johnson, and the other one is Henderson.
Where are the rooms? Are they on the same floor?
The one is on the 3rd floor, one is on the ground floor.
I'll take the ground floor.
Okay.
I want to just go speak to Mr. Whoever. Is it Johnson or Henderson?
It's Henderson on the ground floor.
Okay, I'll go speak to Mr. Henderson.
Okay. You go over, which is Henderson's room is on the side, on the would be the northwestern side of the first kind of claw shape of this, because this map is off center, and north is actually directly to our diagonal left, and that's a little bit off-putting for me. We'll say that this is his room.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go knock on the door.
Okay. There's no response.
I'll listen in and see if I hear anyone.
Okay, make me a listen check.
I don't hear anyone.
Place is clear.
I'm gonna jimmy the door open with
Okay.
my knife or however you need me to do it.
Let's
I
make
don't
me
care
a
about being
strength
gentle.
check.
Advantage or flat?
Flat.
Success.
All right, so you're just like, you look one way, you look another, chunk, chunk, and you're pretty sure you possibly broke the mechanism, but the door swings open.
All right. Immediately, put my hand on my pistol, and look in.
The room seems clear.
Okay.
There is some baggage, just kind of still sitting out, but it seems like most of the things have been hung up. Doesn't seem as if Mr. Henderson is in his room at this time.
All right. I just want to take a quick search around the room.
Okay.
Nothing too in-depth, just in case he gets back, but just take a look around.
Okay. You look around real quick and you do a light toss. It seems like a standard businessman's thing. It looks like he's gone out for the evening, and there's nothing there that's really, I stole something and I'm trying to hide it.
Okay. Then I will flip the mattress,
Okay.
toss some of the stuff around the rope, stage the room to make it look like someone broke in, and leave.
Somebody did break in.
Somebody else.
Okay. As you leave, you kind of slip a little bit, and there's a small pile of sand. Like somebody tracked some sand in at the door of the room. It's like, where did that get there?
Well, wait a minute. Did they mention the sand to me?
Who?
We did
Who's
not.
No.
We didn't mention any of that stuff.
Nope.
Okay, then I will leave.
No.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything while Crabtree is tossing the place?
I know what I want to do, but I
Okay.
don't know if anyone else has something they want to do.
For it.
I would probably walk around with, helping with the stagger patrol and just keeping an eye out in the general area where we're at. And if any of the rooms happen to be open, I'll be going in, looking around, seeing if I spot anything, and then backing out.
All right. Most of the doors are locked. One of them is open. It looks like no one's really been in there for a day or two, or like it's just gotten prepared for a new guest. On your way to search, you see Crabtree exit one of the rooms, kind of slip on some sand as he goes about his business.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is people who don't know shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Why do I imagine fire going behind you when you're saying that?
Because he is in his mind.
Okay, Quincy.
Okay. So, mobster types, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to just kind of like, I'm trying to think, like, unbutton the jacket, make myself look disheveled, like, kind of loosen my tie and everything, and just look like I am stumbling around drunk on the other hallway of this floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna start knocking on doors.
Okay. There's really no response. There's no irritated callbacks, anything. You just like go from side to side, just rapping on the doors, making a ruckus as if you're drunk. And for the most part, there's like maybe one maid that you see kind of go by, but other than that, it seems like a lot of the people who are here are you guys and some of the staff.
Right. Next floor. Same thing.
All right. Up or down?
Up.
Okay.
Or not.
This floor, kind of the same vibe. There's like two people. You knock on there. It's
And she falls into the open door.
On the third floor, you get one response out of like most of these doors.
Is that the response? The what?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, open up.
You
I'm dying out here.
You hear this shuffling, and this guy opens the door. He looks out. He's in like his underclothes and stuff. He's got the little suspenders for your socks on and stuff. He looks like he's just sat down to be by himself in his room. What?
Oh my.
Okay, first of all, is there anything, like, can I see anything in the room behind him?
You can see a
As far as,
bed
like-
and like the normal setup of most of the rooms that you've seen. He's not really doing anything like to hide anything. Like he's not trying to block the door with himself. He's just more like, who the hell's knocking on my door while I'm in my underwear?
Okay, and does not look like is it a younger or an older gentleman?
He's an older gentleman. His hairline has seen better days.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Ron. Sorry. You look very nice. Have a good day. I'll just stumble off.
He just kind of looks down at himself, kind of looks out the hall after the strange man who knocked on his door, and you just hear it close. You hear as it locks.
Just gonna continue being like, where the fuck are you guys? Again, kind of playing up my accent, possibly.
Okay. Is
No one else on
doing?
the third floor? I'm going to the first floor. I'm terrorizing this place.
There's like one busboy going around. He's doing stuff. He's like carrying bags down from the third floor down. He seems very harried in his motions.
Are you good? Good.
He kind of gives the living the dream smile, and it makes his way very quickly towards the stairs that lead down.
You sure you're good?
Still,
You pick me up?
he just keeps walking.
Okay.
All right. As you all are, what is anyone else doing? We've covered Crabtree, we've covered Jacobs, we've covered Quincy. Richards is in his room, kind of looking things over. Anyone doing anything?
I think I would go to the. Said there's a bar in the hotel.
There is on the ground floor.
I'm gonna go there and listen.
It's all
and grab it.
really sad World War I records. like just before that, and it seems like all they found is really depressing. Maybe like this is still a Victorian era. It's a downer in there. Like if depression had a theme song, this is what it would be, and this is the location it would choose.
Good.
There's 3 guys who are lost in their drinks, and there's just a barman polishing glasses.
Damn, that does sound depressing.
Correction. There's 4 guys lost in their drinks now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sit you sit at the bar, or do you sit at the one of the chairs? Or not one of the chairs, one of the tables. All right. So you sit down, you motion for a drink. The guy, it seems like he already has like a drink that you would actually like ready for you by the time you sit down. He's that good of a barman. And he kind of puts it in front of you. Gives like
makes up for the depressing atmosphere.
Gives a little bit of a nod, like, yeah. There is
Hold it up and shoot it down.
Okay. Okay. Let's.
I didn't like that.
Constitution saving throw.
I need a spot. Not spot hidden. What would be? Is there perception in this word? No.
I don't know.
Okay, so out of the corner of your eye, in the mirror, behind the bar.
Oh God.
You something catches your eye, and you look there, and there is a door behind you, in the mirror.
There isn't an actual door behind me. In reality, is there?
You look behind you. You could have sworn there was like a booth there. You look behind you. There's a booth there, and there's a really depressed-looking guy in it. You look back. There's a door.
I put my drink down. I put down the money, and I am fast walking out of there.
Okay. You hurriedly leave the bar. Oh, Tubbs, Wilson, are you guys doing anything?
Well, I was gonna go get a sandwich.
Okay.
The fuck is with you? Fucking.
This is weird because I love sandwiches in real life. He hates sandwiches in real life. This is strange.
He's role playing, Trent.
I know. I don't know why he's chosen that to be his thing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's funny. I like it.
Trying to get out of his norm.
Good.
Stop shaming him.
I'm not shaming him yet.
That comes after his character's killed.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say there's still plenty of time. I wasn't gonna go there.
I'm gonna go back and find somebody. I don't know who I'll find first. And just go, yeah.
I would have made my way towards the bar.
Sounds about right.
That's not ominous.
I can't hear it. I'm fine.
Okay. So you guys are making your way towards the bar.
Yeah.
Wilson's looking for a sandwich. You make your way towards the bar. Most of you have now congregated in the bar. As you are coming towards it, you see Dr. Warner just kind of make tracks out of it.
I'd like to grab his. If he passes by close to me, I'd like to grab his arm.
Yeah, he would
I'll
be.
step
I
in
mean,
front of him.
I wouldn't stop him if he was gonna do that.
I was trying to figure out if he was like close enough. So yeah, you stop him and like grab his arm.
How does he look?
He looks a little shaken.
Shaken?
Not stir.
Not
Or
yet.
joke. Bad joke. What's got you spooked?
It's starting again. The things that happened last time. It's starting. We have to hurry. We have to go.
What kind
What's
of
starting?
things?
The things that happened last time. All the crazy shit that happened. It's starting again. We have to go.
What things
try to-
happened last time?
I'm
I'll tell you on
suddenly
the way.
not
Come
hungry.
with me.
Follow me. Now.
And I'm gonna go back to our employer's office and explain, like, these things started coming after us. There was sand randomly
where?
appearing in places.
Where do you go?
Toward our employer's room.
Okay, so
Richards.
Richard's.
Yeah,
on the
couldn't
second
think of
floor.
his name.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. All I heard was office, and it's like, what office? Are you leaving the building? Are you staying in the building? What's going on?
His room. Sorry.
Okay. You start making your way towards Richard's room.
And on the way, I'm explaining to them the things that happened, the random piles of sand, the seeing doors and mirrors, and the strange...
Piles of sand.
Yeah, they just appeared out of nowhere in multiple places. Every time it get bigger and bigger piles.
Almost at random.
Jacobs, you come with me. Shit. Ty, Professor Wilson, you and Dr. Warner here. Why don't you head up to where you're going? Jacobs, why don't you come take a look at something with me?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you guys split. Warner and Wilson, goddamn. You guys make it to Richard's place, fine. Jacobs, Crabtree, as you make your way down the hall, near the room that you tossed Crabtree, there's no small pile of sand.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I want to take a look at that room again.
Okay, it looks tossed as before.
What did you want to show me?
Well, earlier when I left the room, I slipped on a pile of sand here. Or
I saw
slipped and
you
saw a
slip.
pile of sand.
I didn't see what you slipped on.
Can I look in the mirror?
Yeah, you can look in the mirror.
What do I just see me or?
Yeah, you see yourself, you see the room. But you also see a small pile of sand leading into the bathroom.
I'll point it to Jacobs. I won't say anything. I'll just point.
It's in the mirror
look
only.
in the mirror.
It's in the mirror.
It's in the mirror. When you
I'll
look at the
look in
door,
the mirror. I see it.
Okay.
I will pull my revolver, rack around very quietly.
I'll kind of put my finger up to my lip and I'll pull my bayonet out.
Okay, then I put the revolver away, pull out the saber.
Saber's a bit much, I think, but I like where your head's at. I want to walk towards the bathroom, keep looking at the mirror though.
okay. Start making your way towards the bathroom. You do it pretty
I
easily.
did mention seeing things in the mirror.
All right, you made your way to the bathroom. You're right next to the door.
The door's closed, I assume?
The door is open.
All right. Is there a mirror in the bathroom?
There is.
Could I examine the mirror in the bathroom?
Yes. You see your reflection. and the rest of the bathroom.
All right, turn back to the original mirror. Is the sand still there?
Sand is gone.
Look down at the ground. Is the sand
Just
now where we can see it outside of the mirror?
Floor looks clean.
I want to take a quick just look in the bathroom.
Okay.
Quick look in there.
All right. It's bathroom. Very much.
Any cabinets or?
There's a
I
few.
guess. Open them real quick. Just take a look at them.
All right. They other than like the normal amenities that are stored there, most of them are very bare.
Okay.
Nothing here.
No, there's something. We can't see it. All right, let's regroup.
All right. Put the saber away and start going back to the sitting room or wherever everybody's gathered at.
Okay. Most of you are still in the sitting room. Richards kind of has returned from his room, still looking rather worried.
As soon as I come into contact with them, I'm going to tell them what I saw and what's happening. And obviously, freaking out.
As you tell him this, his shoulders kind of slump a little bit. Then he brings him back up more and squares himself a little bit more. Of course.
I think it's time you shoot straight with me.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on?
Well, it's a little hard to explain, but this world is a lot stranger than many people admit. There are some things, unlike what Mr. Tubbs believes, that can't really be explained with science, more along the lines of mysticism. I believe we're dealing with a number of artifacts that have, particularly, we'll refer to them in the term arcane abilities, something that you and I grew up as hearing as fairy tales. However, during my look into the world of antiques, I have found that some fairy tales hold a bit more truth to them than anything else. This seems to be an instance where we're living in what some would consider horror, rather than rainbows and unicorns.
No shit. I could have told you that.
Dr. Warner and Professor Phillips, along with my Secretary Quincy, they encountered these artifacts within the museum. As I don't know if Dr. Warner has informed you of all the events that happened there, but he has informed me. And I believe that once these things have left the warding that I have put in the safe, they have become active again after they had become dormant with the ritual that Dr. Warner had performed. Or was or Professor Wilson? I forget which. Either way,
It was a group effort, but mostly Dr. Wilson.
Have I seen my troops walking around still?
Some of them are, yes. 3 of them are still in the lobby. The other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other 5 are still making rounds, checking doors, keeping an eye out for people.
The 3 families, as you said, do they know the power of these artifacts they've stolen from you?
From the message I received this afternoon from their emissary, I highly doubt it. Because if they did,
That
they wouldn't have
means
moved
they're
them.
going to die. They're going to die soon.
Very probably. And us with them if we do not rectify the situation.
That's true.
Time for the sledgehammer?
Possibly, we may wish to remove ourselves from the hotel as soon as possible.
Do you want the artifacts first?
Preferably, but some things we have to let them run their course in order to preserve our own lives. I would suggest gathering your men and preparing to leave as soon as possible. Don't get your bags, don't get anything. We're leaving now.
Okay, as we walk out, I'll give a sharp whistle.
I'll get my things real quick. We need protection.
Well, make
And
it
I'll
quick.
make it over there as fast as I can.
As soon as he starts talking about we need to leave now, just the look on Dr. Warner's face lightens up a little bit. It went from pure like anxiety to like a little bit of relief.
Ibrahim comes up to your whistle, Jacobs. Sir?
Gather everyone.
Sir.
Meet in the lobby.
All right, and he takes off at his jog. Okay.
So, Quincy is not here for any of this.
Okay.
I would just like to point that out.
I would
gonna
say
die.
make sure that the entire group is to find anybody who isn't here. Get them out of here.
All right, so you're still roughly on the 3rd floor, still kind of poking about.
Me?
Yes, Quincy.
No, I'm to the 1st floor.
You're to the 1st floor. Okay.
Yeah,
Went
That's
to
what I
ground
said.
floor after that. Yeah.
I don't like the way he said okay.
Yeah. Ominous.
Okay. So you're kind of under the seating area. You hear kind of people going up and down the stairs a little bit more quickly than before. And you hear a hurried conversation, and O'Hara, one of an individual who's dressed very similar to Jacob's, red hair, looks at you and approaches you. You're with Jacobs?
Was asking.
I'm O'Hara. I work under him.
I know you do. It's pretty easy to tell. What do you need?
We're supposed to meet in the lobby. Apparently, we're leaving now. I was not informed as to why, but yeah.
Are we supposed to find the thing first?
All I'm saying is that I was told to leave, and I'm supposed to make sure everyone else is meeting in the lobby. And as he kind of like beckons you a little bit towards the hallway that he's in, he kind of pauses and he looks down the hallway. Captain? Is that you? And he starts walking towards that side of the motel.
I'm gonna look down the hallway.
It looks like someone has maybe just walked behind, like someone was standing in the hallway and you just see them as they walk by. You just catch a glimpse of something moving down there.
Hey. Oh, yeah, all right. O'Hara? Is that what you said?
Captain, are you all right?
O'Hara. Let's snap at him. Kind of like next to his ear.
Captain?
Lobby, remember?
What?
I swear to God.
Yeah, hang on. I think the captain's down there. And he kind of he walks farther on.
I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. You follow him?
Just keep going. Hey, lobby, let's go.
He's just kind of, he's peering and he looks around and he turns the corner and, Captain, are you all right? And he starts getting a little quieter. And there's a nice kind of sitting room there. There is a mirror in this room as well.
How tall is O'Hara?
He's not that big of an Irishman. He's probably about 5'7".
Okay, then I'm going to do my best to just reach around him and cover his eyes.
What are you doing? Get your...
Come on. We're leaving. Let's
Captain's
go.
in there. No, the captain. Captain.
Nah, he's in the lobby. The fuck you
No,
talking
he's
about?
in
Let's go.
there. I just saw him. Captain.
Then Captain can follow us out. We gotta go to the lobby.
No, he needs me. He needs help. Can't you see the blood?
No.
It's right. It's all over the floor. Come on. He's injured. Come on. Just let me go. Let me go. He needs my help.
Then he can follow us to the lobby where he'll get help.
That's a lot of blood.
O'Hara, come on.
If you are talking about Mike, if you are calling
No,
my character,
I know he's not. I know he's not.
oh no, just because if he's thinking he sees me, I am a major.
Captain. No, come on.
Come on.
I told you not to go over. Come on. Come. Captain.
O'Hara, I still have my hands over his eyes if that's possible.
If we go to the lobby, we'll get someone to come back and help him.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'll go. I'll come with you.
Just come on. I'm going to take his hand and make sure that he comes with me.
He's still kind of looking back towards the room that you guys are in.
Come on, let's go get him help.
Okay. You guys make it back to the lobby. I was
Last
assuming
time would we all be down there?
I would say you all
I do want to ask.
congregated.
I do want to ask what is the captain's name?
God damn it! It is
Get that name generator.
name generator. I'm just pulling this up my ass.
Pack.
No.
P-A-K.
Carl Jameson.
Charleston.
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 Charleston. Gotcha. And I am like calmly asking him.
That's
So,
just
just
Captain
trying to-
Charleston. He was just over there.
Okay, well, he said we'll get him help. I'm just trying to get him away from this as fast as possible. I don't know what it is. I'm not looking behind us.
He is. He's very much
I
looking
know.
behind him. Okay, at this time, you guys have made it into the lobby. Most of everyone, St. Jacques' men, O'Hara's men, Jacobs, Richards, Tubbs, Warren, and Wilson, they're all there, including Crabtree. So they're all congregated very much in the lobby, and you guys walk in.
Oh, here, what's wrong with you?
The Captain Charleston, he's back there. He's hurt. Now you recognize this is the same guy he's been toasting to.
I walk over to him, pick him up, just lift him up in the air. He's dead, O'Hare. You know that already.
I just saw him back there. He's hurt bad.
I smack him upside the face. Not hard, just enough to get it. Make sure I have his full attention.
Major?
Better now.
I don't know. I saw him. He was there. He was bleeding bad.
Apparently, you might see things that are not there.
Don't worry, he will be okay.
I'll set him down.
Right.
Pat him
I
on the
pop-
shoulder.
I pop over to Quincy right away.
Quincy, go ahead.
And I ask, how long ago was this?
Literally like 2 minutes ago.
Oh boy.
What
Jacobs
about
puts his
clothes?
hand on
have
Quincy's
my
shoulder and
thing?
says, "Thank you."
Yeah.
O'Hara's just like gone up next to one of the walls and is just like leaning against it, rubbing it, wiping his mouth with his hand. Not really paying attention to anything.
I'm gonna make sure I keep an eye on him.
As everyone's talking, I am going to checking if it opens.
You meet Sharma there, and he is trying to get the door open.
Door?
Front door.
Emphasis on trying.
Emphasis on trying.
Yeah. Oh no, not again. Oh, not again.
It's jammed or something.
If I hear that, I'll walk over and just give it a nice big old boot.
All right. Boom. Door doesn't open.
This is exactly what happened last time.
Do I have my bags?
Yes, you have your bags. I wouldn't say like your full clothing bag, but most of the stuff you found that you needed because you weren't staying here previously. Just kind of like what you had with the stuff that you had with you after the museum that you felt you need to keep close.
I've got to do some preparations or something because things are about to go down.
Okay. Major, the door won't open. And you can hear Richards kind of shuffle around.
The fuck you say?
I said
Exactly like last time.
We need to get the staff together. We need to prepare for the worst, as it seems it's already happening.
What do we need to prepare for? What would help?
Everything you got?
You see him pull off his duster, and you see pistol on his side, a saber on his other side, and a rifle.
Actually, maybe having those on you, depending, may not be the best idea.
I think no one should go anywhere alone. I am Richards. Jacobs. Jacobs, I need you to send a couple of your men, see if they can get any of the staff together. I will not have innocents die on my watch without trying to save them.
I'll point to the 3 men out of O'Hare's squad.
That's
round up the staff.
Jackson, Walker, and Holmes take off, and they work together and go first to the bar.
Ever seen?
What?
Not to drink, we hope.
No.
They know better.
Good.
I hope.
I was just, I'm still keeping an eye on O'Hare if I can.
Yeah. O'Hare really hasn't moved. He looks
Okay.
He looks
looking at
concerned.
the bar. Does the bar look kind of defensible?
The bar looks like it has a number of back rooms, but it also seems it's like the main attraction within this hotel. Like there's the front desk, and then like from the lobby straight back is where the bar is, and like the desk is an afterthought to actually get people to be in the hotel to sign
up and pay to get to the bar.
Yeah.
It's the ticket booth.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So go to the bar and stay there and wait until this all is over. Is that our plan?
Yeah, if we can make it over
It's
there, maybe.
With all of the
No one got the reference.
back doors.
I did.
Yes.
But I'm the DM. I'm the keeper.
Shaun of the Dead. The Winchester.
Check if there's a shotgun above them where. There might be, for all I know, it's the 1920.
It'd probably be under the desk, just in case.
Under the bar, yeah, under the bar.
Okay,
So-
sorry.
Next to a sawed-off shotgun and a baseball bat.
Sorry, I derailed that. My bad.
No
Continue.
problem. I will find a kind of office area or something that we might be able to defend. Put
Okay.
everybody in one room with no windows.
Okay, so the bar doesn't have any
No
windows.
mirrors.
There is a mirror in the bar.
I'm going to
And you
take
guys-
that down. Can I take that
I
down?
was gonna
It is
say,
built
I'm
into
making
the
sure
back of the bar.
everyone-
Ah,
I make sure everyone is aware mirrors are a problem.
What if I were to make the mirror into many small mirrors?
I feel like
We
that'd be
don't-
worse.
We don't
I
want to
feel
do
like
that.
There'd be many small problems.
Now, Walker and Jackson, the three you sent have kind of cleared out the bar, or at least gotten the people together. One of the depressants is missing from the last time that you went in there. The barman is still there, and there's still two other men.
Looking around, damn, all these fucking rooms on this thing have windows in them. Fuck.
Is there a basement?
Not that you know of.
I'll ask the barman.
What about Dr. Warner?
Hmm?
Did Crabtree say that out loud?
Yeah, I'll ask if there's a basement.
I mean, I live in this area, so I'm not sure.
I look. There's probably a cellar for the alcohol.
That's
Normally is in a place like this.
the
Maybe we should
barman
get there.
kind of points behind at the door behind the bar. It's that way.
Anybody else around? How many other staff are here?
He kind of starts cutting off his hand. There's 5 other people. Most of the maids have gone by now. Busboys too.
We are not going searching for them. We're going to stay as a group. I'm sorry, but they are lost for right now. If they make
Maybe
it
we
to us, we will help them.
Get that door open for the cellar.
Okay. You open the. It's not locked. The barman was there. You open the door. The door leads down into a very cool, very dry basement.
I'll
I'll
take the
send
lead.
two. I'll send 2 men down first,
Okay.
and I'll usher the rest in and have O'Hare go down with the main group, and 2 others will follow behind us.
Okay. As you make your way down the stairs, which 2 are you leaving at the top? Are they from red team or blue team?
Red team.
Okay.
Blue team.
Blue team is O'Hara's. Red team is
Yeah, I'm
St.
red.
Jack.
Blue's going down first, then red.
Okay.
2 red are following.
All right.
No, we sure this is where we want to go?
There's one entrance, one exit. And I don't know anyone who keeps mirrors in their cellar.
Yeah, but there's plenty of other factors here.
Well, if you have an issue, let's hear it.
It's dark. Things could be hiding around any corner.
There's like
And just
one
because-
light bulb.
And just because there's one exit, that also means we could be trapped down there by something. I don't know about
It's
you, but I don't
invincible.
like being backed into a corner.
Well, you can stay up here if you want. I'm at least gonna go take a look.
Take a look all you want, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'll go take a look with them. He sent 4 men down.
He sent 2 first, and I think he's trying to get everyone else to move down at the same time, with 2 bringing you up to the back.
Yeah, I'd send 2 down to check it first.
All right.
I'll go with those 2.
Okay, Walker and Jackson, they make their way down with you. There is a really crappy light bulb down there. That's it. There are a number of wine racks and just like general spirits. There does appear to be a small distillery in the corner, but it is relatively clear.
Okay.
Shit,
Um,
those are normally made out of shiny metal.
I'll go up to the top and say, pretty clear down there if everyone wants to come down or stay here, your call.
Okay. Uh,
This is gonna sound weird. Any bugs?
Not that I saw.
Any sand?
Looked like concrete.
Walker, any reflections down there?
there's a still, and there's the bottles.
Is it mirrors specifically, or did they come from anything with a reflective surface?
I'd
think
be
it was
going off
just-
of
I just looked to Warner because I'm fairly certain I didn't see anything in the mirrors.
I think it was only the mirrors.
Pretty sure it was only the mirrors.
I mean, there was
like
plenty
Warner
of glass
says.
in the museum, and it only happened mirrors, so I think it's just mirrors.
Just a handful
I
of
hope it's
times
just
too,
mirrors.
but that was enough.
You see the barman kind of like look around. Where'd Bob go?
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Who's Bob?
look,
Is the guy at the end of the far corner? He gin and tonic. He's down on his luck. His wife just left him, and he had lost a lot at the tables the last couple nights, so he's just been drinking his sorrows away.
Do you know what his last name is?
To be honest, I don't really ask. In fact, I don't even know if his name's Bob, but I call him Bob.
That's helpful.
so
Oh,
right
You
now we
know-
have
You don't really ask unless they tell you. You know, you kind of just listen. Don't really. They don't want to. You know, whatever.
You see the
So
barman
so
just
now
kind
we have
of.
about
You see his
19
eyes.
people.
His eyes kind of go wide. You see him just kind of like start waving with his hands. I don't think that's good. That's not good. There's Bob, and he points at the mirror.
Don't look. Don't look.
It's definitely not good.
No, nah. He immediately like just turns and shields his eyes. Bob's in the mirror. Bob is sitting where he was before, but Bob is not there.
And this is why we stay away from fucking.
Hey, you know where there wasn't mirrors.
Oh god.
I'm gonna take my pistol out and I'm gonna shoot at the front door because I'm guessing it has glass doors.
There wouldn't actually.
Any glass on the side of them?
Not really. There might be some very tightly knitted stained glass, if that. But the doors are pretty much solid.
Don't sound like a good hotel.
It's the 20s.
Okay. They had glass doors back then. Very well made glass doors.
There might be some decorative ones like in the front door. Like not nearly enough for you to get through, but if you want to try to shoot at one of the windows, go ahead.
Nah. If it's not enough for somebody to get through, I see no reason to do it. So I would not have pulled out my pistol.
Okay.
So, real quick, Richards,
Yes.
has anything like this happened with these things? Things like this. And what the fuck did you do?
I ordered them. I made sure that they were inactive. I made sure that they were safely stored in the safe. And then some random ass Italian decided that they wanted to get money out of me. And instead of getting it from me directly, they just decided to take things that I thought were valuable, unwittingly destroying all my efforts to keep us safe.
Who has the combination?
Ever heard of safe crackers?
I was going to say, Professor Wilson, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, you give me an hour with almost any safe in this building, and I can have it open in less than 30.
Okay.
I learned from the best.
Now, I have no idea what we're going to do, but I do suggest that we get away from this mirror.
I call everybody back and
Agreed.
say, let's go down one of these hallways, open up a room, shove any mirrors outside without looking at them, and hole up there.
Again, you say this hold up thing. I don't really like it.
Well, we don't have a whole lot of options.
The only thing we can do, we need to keep these people safe. And I point to the staff. Then I can leave some men with them. Then we can go searching around, see if we can find these artifacts.
The only I hate to say
What'd you say?
is the only thing I can think of to do here is to find these things and stop it again. As much as I hate to say it.
I'd have to agree with Dr. Warner, but then we'd have to find the people who took them in the first place. Unless they're
At this
already
point,
dead.
they're probably no longer a problem.
That's what I was afraid of. I didn't want to say it, but there you go.
I want to ask the barman again, and Bob, as you called him, he's been here how long?
Me today? Or just in
No,
general?
no. How long has he been here? In general.
I've seen him at least 3-4 days. He kind of walked in, had a drink, maybe had a nightcap, came back, and his demeanor changed over a few days until it was what you saw previously.
And he's an American?
Yeah?
I want to go back and check the book again from the front desk.
Okay.
What are the 2 American names?
There's more than 2. The 2 that were recent, like in the last day or 2, were Henderson and Jackson.
But what are their... He doesn't know his real first name.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he said he didn't. Yeah.
He said he's been there for 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
That could be in the past week.
Looking at the book and who's checked in and who's... Is there anyone 4 or 5 days who is an American?
There are a number of them. Not necessarily checked in, but they have been there for... A couple of them have been there for about a week. And it kind of ranges between 4 days and a week.
So then they would precede any of this issue. And we're back where we started. Because it's only been 2 days.
Not necessarily.
I'm gonna step over here and take a look inside this room.
Okay, so you see like the back offices, the main area where they do most of the bookkeeping for the main desk in the lobby, kind of like the concierge.
Just looking in real quick, do I see any mirrors?
Not particularly. There is just a lot of desks, paper, and like card slots. Or card drawers.
I whistle over to one of the guys in the lobby. Check for any mirrors. If there's no mirrors, put the staff in here. 3 of you stay with them.
Jacques goes in. And with him, Sharma. They kind of look the place over real quick. And there he comes and says, no mirrors. Sharma, take Kravchenko. Where's Kravchenko? He kind of starts looking around, and there is a right about here. There is a medium-sized pile of sand.
I saw that guy disappear. I'm going, what the fuck?
Kravchenko?
Yeah, I saw the dot.
No, I'm speaking as Jacques. Kravchenko. What? He was right here. Sharma, you remember?
Get this. Jacques, get the staff in the room now.
Sir.
Where Bob was sitting at the bar, is there sand there?
He was in one of the far booths in the corner, with the equivalent of it being right about here.
Okay. I want to go check that room again. I know you said that there's nothing in there, but I have a feeling about it.
All right, so you go into the bar. You want to check the basement, or do you want to check
No.
where he was sitting?
Henderson's.
Henderson's. Okay. So you go back over to the room that you tossed.
Hey, where you going? Where you going?
Do
All right.
not leave by yourself.
All right, then one of you come with me.
Wait for the staff to get in here with 3 of my men. Then we will all go.
Okay, so the staff has been moved in there. It's literally just the barman and the one depressed guy who's left.
I'm going to keep O'Hare with me. I'll leave Red Team in there.
Okay. Okay, O'Hare is with Richards. Holmes, Walker,
Okay.
and Jackson are just kind of ambiently there.
Okay, big man. What was your name again? Let's
You're
go
talking to
to... Yes,
Baxter.
Baxter.
Baxter or
Oh.
Crabtree, your choice.
Baxter's a little better. But I have a feeling you've never dealt with this kind of stuff before. All right.
I have a feeling that most people have not dealt with this kind of stuff before. Just saying.
So that's a no, you haven't. Yeah, don't go anywhere by yourself.
Well,
Even if you have the urge to, if you see something that you feel the urge you need to go towards it, don't. Unless someone else is with you. Okay?
okay.
Listen, I'm saying this so you don't, die. I know you're probably not used to listening to someone like me or anybody. But just keep it in mind.
If it helps, I back up what he's saying.
I mean, I was not disputing it. I really was just going to go take a look, and if someone wanted to come with me, they could.
Well, yeah, but you were about to head off on your own. I'm letting you know now. Don't fucking do that.
All right, then come with me.
I mean, gladly.
Okay. We will go check Henderson's room then.
Okay.
Good luck.
Warner, I need a sanity check, please.
God,
Oh, boy.
I'm honestly surprised that didn't happen before now.
Do. This. The what color?
I believe it is a green.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hooray.
Did it. He did it.
All right. You somehow manage to hold your nerves as Walker and Jackson just disappear in a sudden cast of shadow that went over the door.
Oh.
And you're just like looking there. It's like stage lighting just dims down and it comes back. There's no trace. You're like, I got this. It's not a mirror. It's not a mirror.
Who else is around me right now?
From this setup, I
That
would
would be
assume.
everyone but Quincy and Baxter,
Yeah.
who we should probably
I-
stop now.
We don't
Are
know.
those 3 that are still up in the sitting room supposed to be down here with us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Just
So-
making sure.
So
Well,
I'll
that's right. Warner didn't tell us. We know jack squat about this. I got you.
I'll just move you guys down here. It was just getting a little crowded.
Yeah. That's why you had to get rid of some of my people.
obviously.
No, this is all part of the plan.
Oh
Damn
god.
you. No, you're just fucking with me having people. I had minions. And now I don't.
You still have minions. All right, you guys make it down to Henderson's room.
I will do I without looking in a mirror, do I see any sand or anything?
Not like directly. You don't see anything there?
Is there anything in the room that I have not like touched?
There's a few end tables, like one off to the left and one in the far back. You kind of were focusing on tossing the actual mattress rather than anything else. But yeah, there's like 3 places. One of them's like a closet.
I'll open up the closet.
Okay.
Yeah, what are we doing in here? What are we
Before I
doing here?
tell you, you have to tell me you're not gonna freak out.
Why would I freak out?
Cause I found sand in here earlier. Originally, I fell on it, and secondly, I saw it in the mirror.
See, at this point, that's just par for the course.
Okay, so we're good.
I mean, it's still... I don't like it, but I'm not gonna freak out.
Alright.
Because I've
Yeah, just-
unfortunately seen it all before.
Something just about this room tells me to take a closer look at it. So I will search the closet and the 2 end tables, and I'll look behind every mirror, every painting, whatever.
You want
trying to find-
help with that?
If you'd like to help me, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's a safe or something in this room, maybe.
Pick up, but if you see a painting, look behind it. Might be something there. I don't actually know
Okay.
if all the rooms are the same.
Make me a spot hidden roll with a +2 advantage. So purple.
I don't know what hard means, but hard.
Okay, hard success. Which means you just got there.
Okay.
All right. You just barely. You're like, oh man. If I were a hidden object and a stolen object, where would I be? And you're like searching around in the cupboard, and you feel something like hidden on the top shelf in there. It kind of feels like metal. You kind of wiggle your fingers around it, and you pull it out, and it is a small silver cylinder.
Does it match the description of what I was given?
It does.
Okay. I'll hand that to
Quincy.
Quincy, that's the name, sorry. I'll hand that to Quincy. I think this is what we're looking for.
Hold on. I'm going to take, I guess, maybe my tie. I don't know. I don't want to touch it directly.
Oh, I'll just put it in your pocket.
Well, I mean, if that's all you wanted to do, you just had to ask.
You hear like a sudden tap tap. Like something has just fallen on some glass, like a slightly come from the bathroom. Kind of like a button.
There's a mirror in there.
Yeah, that's where I saw the sand. Without looking, I'm just going to ask out loud to Quincy, do you have anything to fight with?
Hold up my hands.
I'm going to hand them a knife. My big-ass bayonet.
You know I don't know how to use this, right?
It's real easy. You see that sharp end? Put it in their throat.
Just the throat, nothing else.
I mean, you could put it anywhere else, but throat, in my experience, has been the most effective. Chest as well.
I ain't gonna ask about your experience. I'll just take your word for it.
Just don't lose it.
I'll try.
But how long has it been since they went down there?
I would say probably it's getting close to 5 to 7 minutes. It's a little uncomfortable, but you don't hear anything untoward. And you notice that 2 of your men are missing. And Warner's just there like... just like... He looks like a...
You guys just see a clouded expression come over his face, and his eyes just... He's starting to look like he might be blind, because he has no eyes now.
Who?
He's just looking very pissed.
It's like,
What?
what?
He's squinting.
What?
Oh,
Squinting. Jeez.
Oh, let's see. That's the part we didn't hear.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it sounds like he
thought
looks blind.
somebody's eyes had,
Yeah.
somebody's eyes had dropped on the damn floor, and it's like this has gotten serious real quick.
What's the bathroom?
Do I feel any? I'm not looking at the bathroom yet. Do I feel anything else in the cupboard or the closet where I was at?
No, you do not.
Have I searched the end tables yet?
No, you have not.
Let's take a look at the end tables without looking at the mirror.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell me twice.
But I will take my pistol out and have it ready.
Okay.
You want me to spot hidden again, or
No, this is You roll me a spot hidden shit.
No, this yeah.
Yeah, spot hidden.
extreme?
Okay. You search it like it's never been searched before. You find
Oh baby.
You find something like it might be some opioids, and a syringe. But other than that, no, you don't find anything that you're looking for.
So do you want me to hang on to those?
I'm gonna leave them in the drawer where they are. Is that for both of the end tables that I've put in
Yes.
there, or just the
Yeah,
one?
they're pretty much empty except for somebody's stash.
Take that as a
Um,
no.
I think we need to get back to the group. We have one of the three that was mentioned. Just you know what to do. Keep your head down.
You kind of hear
What
this
about
scraping against glass coming from the bathroom.
Quincy,
what?
if I don't look at it, can it hurt me?
I have no fucking. I didn't see any of the mirror shit.
Fuck. Okay. Let's not look at it to be safe, and let's keep moving. Let's get back to the group.
Okay. And I do have the cylinder in my pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put it there, so
Okay.
You have an extra
I
cylinder
can
in your
carry-
pocket.
Is that a cylinder? Or are you?
I can carry it. I can carry it if you'd prefer, but I just stuck it in your pocket since you were.
You want
Worried
to carry
about
Quincy's
it.
cylinder?
Well, I mean, it's hackable,
You
so-
stuck your cylinder in Quincy's prison pocket.
No,
Okay.
not the prison pocket.
Just a
Getting
little.
back.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Right. So yeah, what's going on downstairs now?
Oh, we're still on the first floor.
Or not downstairs in the bar.
Okay.
Down the hall.
Down the hall. There you go.
There is. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be
Two less
fun.
Men.
Jacobs, I need a bit of a sanity check.
Oh, fun.
Just a straight roll. Roll me some green dice. We'll see how this plays out.
For a little flavor, after my slight freak out, I pull a book out of my pocket, has a handful of bookmarks in it, open it and start reading. Calm down.
Okay.
I'm guessing I was supposed to go to the green dice that's right above temporary insane, where it says sanity.
Yeah, this is just straight
Or-
sanity.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I was making sure there was one of those ones. So yeah, success.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're kind of crazy to begin with anyway. Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
no. I forgot about that.
So
'cause
you-
I would like to point out that mine is low.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just
So, Jacobs, you see like a shadow like right here, just like looks like someone like just put their hand on the edge of the door frame.
Sorry, do it again. I don't have two screens up. So where was it at?
what?
Right about there.
Okay.
You see what looks to be a hand kind of clutch on the edge of the door. It seems larger and it seems darker than any hand you've seen. And it seems to end in kind of pointed projections. And then it just kind of pulls back. Like,
I
yeah.
will draw my pistol and get attention from everybody. Something with very claw-like hand. All right. Down the hallway. First door on the right.
Okay. Now this place has been rather well lit. At this point, Crabtree and Quincy are making their way back. At this point, you see Jacob has his pistol out. You see his back, and yeah, something just went down. You just hear the tail end of what he just said.
Good news, we're alive. What's going on?
Very good.
What's up,
There was
Jacob?
something with a very large claw. Stuck its hand out of the first doorway on the right, down that hallway. And I'll point with my pistol.
And before
Well-
that, a couple guys disappeared into darkness.
See, that's
I
the
didn't
more
see it.
concerning part, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
The men are gone.
Good.
Nothing we can do about that right now.
There's a flicker from the lights in the bar room. Like, it's a constant
Okay.
flicker.
You
So
should
which
probably
one of us
find-
sees that?
Anyone who
That's in the
So-
closet.
it's kind of very prominent.
Okay.
You find what you were looking for?
We found something.
Yeah, one of the artifacts.
Does anyone look towards the bar room?
Nope.
I will.
Okay. Sanity check, please.
I ain't scared no ghosts.
I thought we were in the bar room. That's why I'm like.
You're in the
No,
you're in the
we're-
lobby.
I
okay.
rolled the
Like-
green one.
Like one
The green
over?
one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my current sanity. Okay. 12.
Okay.
Am I the most sane person there is?
Pretty much. Despite the
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
You
yeah.
do-
I
It's
had
just-
mine chipped away, and so did Craig last time. So yeah.
it's just
Yeah, we would have been the same, but
it's flickering. The light's flickering, that's it. What's that
I've
something?
seen some shit.
Nah. I ain't scared of no ghosts.
I've seen worse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
trust me,
Is
no,
that
you
your
haven't.
ex-wife?
Damn. Okay.
Ouch.
I don't know what he said. I didn't hear anything.
Some bad ex-wife. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
So we should probably get to. Actually, Richards, do you need the thing?
the cylinder, the objects.
Yeah.
All right.
Did he explain that before or after?
I think I will need the assistance of Professor Wilson, but I think we can possibly salvage this situation. He kind of goes right in the middle, and he starts pulling out stuff from his pockets. The cylinder, please.
Yeah. How'd you know it was the cylinder?
I forgot that you guys hadn't mentioned that, and that's why he
Yeah.
knows. Okay.
Yeah,
can see
I
it in
was
your
a little
pants.
bit screwed.
I was
And
like,
it's quite bigger than what you normally have there.
He's like, we worked together for a while. That's definitely the cylinder.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
I was
just
a little
know.
put off by that because it's like if nobody mentioned it, how does he know?
So in other words, he said the objects and not.
Pretty much the artifact.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Making sure, because otherwise
was
it's a
a bit-
whole other thing.
Yeah, I'm suspecting sabotage, and there's no mob, and it's really a inside bank job.
You know what? No, he did say cylinder without any
I
prompting.
swear to God.
Oh,
The cylinder.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so, man.
I can sense it. I put a ward on it. Now hand me the cylinder.
Now, wait a minute.
I hand Wilson the cylinder.
You said earlier that when they were taken from your safe, that the wards were destroyed.
The wards that were keeping them docile, yes. I told you I knew they were in this hotel.
Where are they then?
Well, I have to be a little bit closer to them, now don't I?
Maybe you should start walking.
Maybe I should. Wilson, use the cylinder as you did before. Apparently we're going for a walk.
Okay.
Hmm.
Would you like to accompany me, Mr. Crabtree?
As you wish.
How about we all go?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is anyone else going with, or is it just
Everyone should stick together.
good?
Fine.
Which way would you like to go first?
Well, let's go away. Well, we haven't seen something, so let's go back down the hall. And he indicates the this side, the north side. That
Can I do a check
Like-
on him? I think it would it be psychoanalyst?
yes, psychoanalyst.
See if he's like just frustrated or something is going
Yeah.
on.
It'd
That would
be-
also just be a psychology check, wouldn't it?
I would say
can do
psychoanalysis.
Whatever.
They're the same thing for me, so either way.
Yeah.
Psychoanalyst. Any bonuses or no?
Nope, just straight roll.
Success.
He is frustrated. He doesn't have time for this crap.
What about it possibly being? Does he actually know that it's which artifact it is? Or is he just, like I said, frustrated?
He does know what it is. One of the things that you find about him is that his surety and uncanny ability to know things has never really steered you wrong.
Okay.
It's just sometimes you forget that he does it, and it's just like, what?
What? Excuse me.
It's like, oh, what? It's like the clue scrolls or some sort of magic scrolls. You have the bottom of your bag. You're just like, I have that? Apparently I have that. All right, so
Okay.
Richard kind of takes off in a huff down this hallway.
I'm gonna make sure I keep up with
I'm
him.
gonna drag my guys along.
All of them?
You know.
We need
No,
someone
just-
to stay with Wilson and War. Well,
Oh,
actually,
okay,
Warren, are you
Oh,
going with?
I'm going along. I'm not.
Are we
going
all
anywhere by
going with?
myself.
I was under the impression we were all going with.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my thought as well.
As long as
Yeah,
we're all
everyone
going
just
stick
with,
together.
The last
It's
two,
fine.
the blue, and before we go, I'll instruct them in the room: do not open the door, bar the doors.
Sir.
Jacobs, if you do not mind, I would like to be directly behind Richards.
Oh my.
Not and I'm not gonna obviously point my pistol at him. I'm gonna keep it near.
Keeping your pistol nine.
Like
no
hip.
need for that.
It's not obviously pointed at him. You know, and everyone has weapons out. You have my bayonet. He has his.
Oh no, I
pistol.
gave that back to you, by the way.
Oh, you
I
did,
definitely
okay.
gave that back because I don't know how the fuck to use it.
I'll have
Weapons.
my pistol and my saber out.
Yay, left-handedness.
Okay.
Does anyone
Whoa.
else have weapons?
Brock's gone.
He just left. Okay.
Hey. So we're all going down the hallway.
Are you joining them, Wilson?
Yeah.
And you as well, Warner?
Of course.
Okay. Let's move.
I'm unarmed. You think I'm gonna go anywhere by myself?
Okay, conga line. So Richards.
Richards. No, I was trying to say that I'm sticking close to Richards, but I guess someone pushed past me.
All right,
Well,
so
I
it's
was one that suggested we take a walk.
it's an uncomfortably close conga line going down the hall. Some are a little close for comfort. Some are even closer. It's a little awkward at some points.
Make Quincy
Simone.
happy.
Shush. Sandwich between two big men. Yes. Very happy. Anyway. You want to let me, follow my employer? Are you going to keep me? Like, what's going on?
So, Richard is just kind of walking by the doors, and he's just placing his hand on each one of them, and you see he's walking with his eyes closed. He makes his way.
I'm gonna keep going, looking forward and looking back, making sure nothing's coming up behind us.
Okay. Other than
I'm
like the
keeping
20
my
other
eyes
people.
on Richard. I
You
don't trust him
notice,
now.
Crabtree, that throughout this entire process of him walking down the hallway, his eyes have been closed.
Weird, but not uncommon.
You make your way down this wing, and you make your way back as he kind of feels up each and every door, and then begins to make his way up to the second floor.
Up to the what? The second floor?
Second floor.
The second floor. And he begins the process again. And as you reach about this door, or this room on this floor, he stops. I think the scales are in here. And he kind of starts massaging the door.
I'll
Kinky.
put my ear up against the door, see if I hear anything.
Could you mind moving back a little bit? This is a bit uncomfortable.
No.
I prefer
Okay.
Quincy to be there, but okay. All right, let's get this door open. He kind of shimmies away from the door. His eyes are still closed, and he's like making space for people to go in. You don't hear anything inside the room.
I'll reach for the doorknob,
Okay.
kind of put my saber away, reach for the doorknob with my left hand, and try and push open, but allow somebody else to be able to see in first.
The door is locked.
I step
Okay.
back and I kick it open.
Wait, okay. Okay.
Make me a strength check.
I got lockpicks.
The door just kind of bursts open and it slams
Okay.
against the wall, probably leaving a sizable dent. Inside the room is like every other room in the hotel. There are a few less end tables, maybe a different duvet on the bed, but it is suitably empty. There are a few suitcases on the ground, but other than that, there's no one in here.
Where's it at?
In the room. Now, he starts pushing past with his eyes closed still.
I'll let him through.
And he kind of goes over to one of the bags.
Once he,
I'm following closely behind him.
yeah, I'll step in the room.
Quincy, these bags
You
do
can't
look
cover 'em.
familiar.
Do they to me?
Yes, they do. They look like a set of bags that one busboy was carrying around on the third floor.
Yeah, they do.
Mm,
I'm gonna start looking.
Okay, that makes sense. But I wasn't there.
No, you weren't. I'm gonna start
Okay.
looking through.
He kind of points you in the direction of one of the bags, and you search it, and it's quite easy to find these small, now familiar-looking, as I make weird hand motions that you can't see that are suggestive, scales. You pick up this set of scales, and they look the same as they did before. And Richards opens
I'm
his
gonna pick-
eyes.
I'm gonna pick them up with like a shirt or something that's in the luggage.
All right. Again, you
not
hear
directly touching them.
you hear a tapping and kind of a scrape of something on glass come from the bathroom.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy.
Fuck you.
Mister just kind of coughs and kind of moves toward the door.
Yeah, let's hurry. Let's keep
Next
going.
artifact, let's go.
Okay, guess I'm holding on to it. Actually, no, I'm not. I hand it to Mr. Wilson. Professor Wilson?
Professor.
I keep wanting to say Mr., but I'm
Professor.
pretty sure it's Professor. Okay.
Professor
That's
Dr.
okay,
Wilkin.
too.
Mr.
Here you
Doctor
go.
Professor.
As you guys
I
are,
hand the skills to Wilson.
as
Okay, handkerchief. I handkerchief that for sure.
as you guys are walking away from the door slams shut with as much force as if it had been kicked back in, but it closed.
I am going to flip it off. I am an idiot, but I'm going to flip it up.
Jacob's just chuckle. You got some sass, boy.
I know. I mean, do you like sad?
Richard just goes, I can arrange for a room for you two at the standard rate.
I got my own house.
I can still arrange for the standard rate. Maybe a discount.
Let's find this other artifact first.
The lights start just going out down that hallway. Almost as if they're following you.
Is there any sand on the floor?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Do you look at where the lights are going off?
Hell no.
I would, the moment I notice the lights going off, yes, I would look down the hallway.
All right, whoever looks down that hallway, I need a sanity check. At
I made a
-2. So a purple roll.
-2.
Okay.
God damn.
All right then.
All right.
5. It didn't roll mine. There you go. Still success.
Okay.
Yes.
You
Okay.
lucky so and so's.
I
It looks-
told you guys. I've seen some
Oh,
horrible
shit.
shit.
Okay. So you look back and it looks like there's like a slight flicker of one of the lights and it looks like something standing there. It's like just a trick of the eyes. Let's go.
I can tell you're so frustrated because you want someone to freak out.
Mhm.
A little
Well,
bit.
Warren already did, sort of, but you know.
It
was
was last
okay.
time.
Yeah.
He wants one of the new ones to freak out.
Yeah.
The hardened soldiers.
I keep forgetting that.
So it might be more difficult, I take it, because of that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It
but
is
I'm scarred as
difficult
shit.
until you fail the first time, and then it
Yeah,
suddenly gets
then it
much
gets
easier.
Then
I
it
would know.
gets easier after that. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm just like seeing all these people with such high sanity rolls. It's like, yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So who's
Mine
leading?
started out low.
I know Richard is probably leading from the front. Is everyone in this roughly the same line?
So I'm still trying to
I-
get
I
in
thought
between.
so, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still trying to get in between Richards
Oh,
and
so we're going
We're
and
going
down here.
Yeah, we're going this way.
back.
Okay.
Looking around,
I
do I
will.
notice that that I'm missing a guy?
As who is in the back?
I would say, like, after that room, I would, in the light incident, I would follow up the rear.
Okay. Anytime you look for whoever's looking forward while they're walking, I need another sanity check.
Oh.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh.
During
Yeah,
remove your
crowd.
character.
Sanity.
Purple or green?
Purple -1.
Success.
Okay. You don't
can fight
even
me.
flinch. Wilson, you don't even flinch.
Fuck.
Quincy, Dr.
Fuck.
Warner.
Oh no, Warner, no. Warner, no.
No.
Warner.
Warner, I need you to mark 5 off of your sanity. Quincy,
Hooray!
I need you to mark
Oh,
10.
shit.
You need me to mark 10.
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
you're like
Oh,
right
wow.
behind it. One of the doors opens, and these 2 long black clawed fingers just grab Holmes, and he's pulled into the darkness. Not even a sound, and he's just gone. The door closes. Just a blink of the eye.
Oh shit!
And that the reason why it was happened so bad for Quincy, because he was right in front of you. Like, you almost felt the claws pass by you.
Fuck.
Do those claws look familiar?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. You generally
Now,
saw them as...
Which thing was it that had those claws?
It was the thing crawling the walls.
Okay.
Richards is right in front of me, right?
Richard's...
I thought you were in the back.
No.
Oh, then you wouldn't have done sanity.
Okay, yeah. Richard would have pushed ahead. You would have been trying to keep up with him, and as he kind of passes this area, which had Holmes, that's when it happened.
Okay.
I run up to Richards and like grab the back of his coat, or his suit, and just hold on very, very tightly
Okay.
and not say a word.
He keeps moving. He moves across the area that is over the lobby. And as you guys are moving along, he doesn't seem to hesitate or waver at all. But the lights around start flickering madly.
I need
And
to hurry this up. I need to hurry up.
And in either side of you, in the rave-like lighting, you see these piles of sand start just oozing up out of the floor like a reverse hourglass.
Please hurry the fuck up and find it.
Let's go.
He starts moving more quickly, and it looks like he's just holding his hands out on either side. And as you reach here, but on the opposite side, because that's your actual rooms, on this side, he stops and he points to the door and says, "It's in there."
I kick it open.
Okay, strength check. Just straight. All right, bam. The door breaks open. Not as impressively as the other one, but it still swings. It's like boom. This room is markedly bare. Like, every single piece of loose cloth has been removed. The bed's bare. Even some of the upholstery has been removed. The curtains are gone. There's no carpet. It's in
Yeah, I
here.
ain't going in there.
And Richard just pushes in.
I'll step in behind him.
Where are you, my friend? Where are you? He goes over, and he's just starts checking around. And Richard, I need a spot hidden.
Richard, do you mean Jacob?
Richard Jacobs, the S's. Q. I need a spot hidden.
You could just call me Samuel.
No,
Shammy.
Shmuel, Shamuel.
Spot in it.
Shmuel.
I don't see shit.
Remember to check behind Peyton.
Does that give me advantage then?
There's no such thing.
Wait, there's nothing in here.
Yeah, like there is a wall safe, but the wall safe has its door open and it's missing the door. And he looks around and goes, ah! Like behind the bed, he reaches down and he pulls out the gem. in the clay setting. Got it. And
That's it, right?
Yep, 3 things. And as he walks towards you, a claw reaches out and just kind of claws him from the bathroom, and he jerks back and it rips his right arm. Something terribly. The
I
coat.
step up, slice at it with my saber.
Okay, make me attack roll.
Oh my god, the first attack roll of this game.
Yep.
No one's ever attacked anything
Yeah.
because we're all
Straight
fucking
roll.
pussies.
Straight roll. Okay. I like this. This is
Did,
damn.
Let me ask you a question. Did he yell out or anything? Would I?
Uh, As that happened, I imagine it was kind of at the same time. So it reaches out as it starts to cut him. He goes, "Ah!" He starts screaming, and Jacob just whips his sword at it.
Okay. I don't think I would have heard it then.
These things are happening at the same time. His cry out, you probably would hear, and then the cut.
You
It
hear
cuts.
Jacob just go, "Ah!"
It cuts the arm off, but
And then I kind of point my pistol in there and fire into the bathroom, blind.
I definitely heard that.
Yeah, everybody in the wing did.
Can I voluntarily make a sanity check after that? Because I
Ye-
saw it.
I would
Oh.
probably say yes, especially after this. All right.
I'm gonna regret this.
As you cut the arm and then start firing into the darkness.
You
And-
want?
Hmm?
You need attack rolls.
No, as you start firing into the darkness, another claw comes out, it stabs you in the stomach on the a number of pointed fingers. You take 9 points of damage.
Okay,
Oh.
damage on here. Hit points.
Yep.
I'm sorry. 9?
Yes, 9.
He's not happy with me.
And guess how many
Okay.
hit points characters in Call of Cthulhu have?
15.
I was gonna say
You
it's
do.
not. It's not very much more than that. If I'm not mistaken, I myself only have 11.
So
It's not.
You
It's
hear
not very much.
Jacob just go "Ugh," as he
Get the
tries to
fuck out of
swipe
there.
at the
I would.
arm again with the saber
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
while pushing Richard out.
Does
I
Richards
will-
have the gem?
he has it clutched in his left hand, but he's also kind of holding it up against his now tattered sleeve that's bleeding.
And I shove him out while I try and swipe at the arm that just stabbed me.
All right. You kind of flail at it as you start backing up. The blood's going, the blood's flowing, and you're like, kind of, you're used to pain, but it's still the whole shock
It
of
hurts,
getting
like-
stabbed.
Yeah.
Richard,
I've got adrenaline in my system right now, though.
So
I
Richards,
will-
can you give me the gem?
did you? He hands it off to you gladly.
Quincy.
I need the sanity roll from Quincy.
Do I need to make one?
Just straight? Or...
Yeah, just straight.
Oh, yeah, since it was
Okay.
nice roll.
Okay. Okay.
I will. I assume seeing Jacob's badly injured.
Mhm.
I'll take my jacket off, cut a couple strips, and kind
I
of
will-
attack his stomach wound and find something to secure it around his midsection.
If I
Okay.
can, I'll give him assistance
Do we
with
have
first aid.
anyone here who's good with first aid?
You have
The
a.
boy
So I'm actually okay. So I was just going to give him assistance of saying.
I'm
as
kind
still
of like
holding the sword in the
hinting,
ring.
hint, at some at other people
Tubbs
who
is a
might wanna.
doctor.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wait. What kind of doctor are they?
He's a forensic
He's-
doctor.
Forensic pathologist or whatever.
It's not the same. That's not a trauma.
All right. I need. What would it be? I think it's medicine for you.
There's
First aid?
First aid. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a medicine. Yeah.
No, this would be
So-
first aid.
All right. So
For
am I
me-
rolling with advantage or?
You have a +2 to your advantage, or +2 to your roll.
extreme.
All right, so you've seen stuff like this before. You know what to do. Jacobs, you're filled with this man's coat, but you'll probably make it.
Filled with this man's coat.
Well, yeah,
Stinky.
you
Dude,
apply
you're
pressure.
coating my
No,
inside.
I know what you do, but I'm just like, you're filled with this man's coat is just
It's-
not how you
not
should
even like the
probably
whole-
word that.
Come on.
Not even
It
like the
could have
whole
been.
coat, like a sleeve that's been cut and folded and packed into the wound, and then something tied around it.
I mean, you gotta at least take him out to dinner before you
My
put your
inside
coat on.
just got coated.
I hate you.
So the sleeve
shoot
is
him?
fully inserted.
No, you can't shoot him. Quincy needs to give me the cylinder now, if you still have it.
He
While you
handed that
still
off
have
to
time.
you.
Oh,
You
good.
have two
Okay.
of
You have
three
everything.
already.
All right. We put them together. Everybody with me. Pack as closely as possible.
Okay.
Should we go back to the lobby?
I
Oh, yeah,
don't
biggest
think we have
space.
time for
Somewhere
that.
where we haven't been. Claude, let's go.
How far down the hallway can we make it?
As fast as you can run.
All right. Pretty good at that, but not the best. Okay, follow me.
I'm gonna help
Jacobs.
Richards.
You go with them. I'll follow up the rear.
I hand you my saber. It takes off their arms pretty good. Ow.
Okay. You guys make
You
it
see a
down.
one-armed bastard shoot him in the head.
You have made your way down to the lobby. Is anyone doing anything with the guys in the storeroom?
We're gonna leave them there right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so
They'll
Sure.
probably focus on us anyway.
Wilson,
Yeah.
you start preparing the ritual.
Yes.
All right. So you start
And
getting
I'm
it ready.
helping.
This all is a very horrible case of deja vu as you guys prepare this, and Richards very much seems to be having the time of his life, strangely enough. The blood streaming down his arm, but he seems alert and
Richard,
pumped.
Can you shoot?
He's
Can I
he's
just-
adrenaline.
Can I just take a quick look at his arm? Make sure it's not
You guys are
life
making your
threatening.
way. You guys are making your way down the hallway. I'm assuming it takes you a little longer to move since you're helping each other. Richards, he's not very impeded by this. It doesn't seem to be bleeding all that badly. And he's just kind of watching over Wilson and them as they're making it. Tubbs is also there. It's just kind of like, oh, gee, guys.
Made in now.
you forgot the
Canadian
A.
and Minnesotan are
He
basically the
stopped,
same thing.
hopped in
It's
the
true.
corner and started furiously messing.
God damn it. So you start to make the protective circle again, and it starts to kind of to take hold as it did before. You made it big enough for what you assume to be everybody. As you look to see how Jacobs and Crabtree are faring, they're making their way down the hallway, and you see kind of 20 feet back and on the ceiling is something crawling towards them.
I figured. Hurry it up over there.
Would I know that thing is there or no?
I would say that you probably glance back really quickly, and I need a sanity check for that one at -2.
Let's fucking do it.
Okay, yeah.
Crap.
You're just like, crap. And you keep pushing forward.
I'm
Jacob,
Take one shot at it.
okay.
Green or purple?
Green.
Failure.
So you just got one guy on the arm, just kind of whip it, bam, and just turn around and keep going. You don't even know if the shot landed or not.
That's okay. It knows I mean business.
Jacobs is going to turn around when he hears the gunshot, grab the saber out of his hand.
No.
No. I am assisting you in walking.
Oh,
because
you are
have
assisting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You have
yes.
a massive wound in your
Damn it.
stomach.
You kind of get whipped around in this process of him twirling and firing. Like it's like a three-legged race. which is just Richards in the morning. Anyway,
I swear to God.
as you guys are making it, the thing's getting closer, and there's just like, as you get near the edge of the circle, all this sand starts to kind of drip from the ceiling, and no one's doing anything about the guys in the little side room.
Nobody look at anything. Nobody move.
We are hoping that they focus on us and else.
Okay.
We're a little distracted by trying to deal with this.
The dome forms over you again. The wind begins to howl, seemingly inside. The sand again pours over the dome. Again, the baggy sack-like faces push against the outside of the dome and kind of wipe themselves slowly over, almost like that Stitch gif where he's licking the thing, but more terrifying, if that is possible, leaving these kind of bloody streaks behind them. It's horrible. I need sanity checks all around.
My eyes are closed from the pain.
Purple or green?
No, fuck you, Sammy.
Purple, -1.
Purple, okay.
Like I
Sorry,
said,
was
my
that
eyes are
everybody?
fucking closed.
Yep. The sound is getting to you too.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Right. -5 to your sanity rolls, Dr. Warner and Quincy, and a -10 to you, Wilson.
Dr. Warner, didn't he made it with a hard?
Hard.
Warner made it.
Warner,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I made
okay.
it.
He has a
So
-1.
-5 for Wilson and -5 for Quincy. Oh yeah, I got to roll for Tubbs. Just cause. Why? Just cause.
-2 for him.
Yeah. So yeah, that knocks off a swarthy 10. He didn't sign up for this. Oh wow, his sanity's super low. Holy crap.
His sanity is
God.
very
Oh,
low.
wow. Okay.
He hasn't
Holy
even
shit.
lost any yet, and he's where I am, or where I was when I started.
Okay. He starts to kind of panic. He starts to almost step out of the circle.
I grab him.
I grab him.
with my
I
other
grab.
hand.
No.
Drag him to the ground.
Well, no, Wilson, you concentrate on that shit. We got it.
All right.
I
Okay.
hope we got it.
When we do a strength check to see if I hold on to him.
He just barely like breaches the end of the thing, and then he just comes back. And there's just this very thin line of a scratch on his back, just enough to break the skin, but not enough to be terrible, through his tweed jacket. And the howling gets louder, and all the lights in the hotel break. It's dark inside. There's no real ambient light, but there's like, you can see the outside light coming through the front windows and some of the windows that are around, so some of the open doors. But it's like a huge power outage. You hear some shuffling. There's not really much else to hear, and you hear a door, like something is being moved, and a door opens, and an electric torch comes on. It's big and impractical, and you see it kind of shine towards you, and you hear the familiar voice of Jacques say, "Is everyone all right? What's going on out here?"
By the way, is O'Hare still with us?
O'Hare's still with you.
I don't know.
He comes out. The barman's following him. He's seen some stuff.
Told you to stay in the room.
We did. Didn't bargain for sand falling from the ceiling and from the floor. The whole place almost filled up with it. Sharma and Ibrahim are gone. What about you? Where's it? He kind of looks and he sees that Holmes is missing, and he sees O'Hara. He kind of gives a small sigh of relief, but O'Hara seems like he's in shock.
Can they get in the circle?
The circle has been consumed, for lack of a better term. The sand is gone. There's no, other than the broken light bulbs, there seems to be nothing left. And there is a very fine pile of metal shavings and clay with little kind of reddish glints in a pile where you had assembled the artifacts before. And as you kind of look at it, the light plays over them a little bit, and they just kind of suddenly drift away.
I could really use a medic.
Agreed. I was not expecting that.
And perhaps a good drink afterwards.
If your guts can take it.
I mean, you're going to be on liquids for a while.
Alcohol's the liquid, damn it.
Richards, was that supposed to
I
happen?
probably need that drink.
I think the spirits got fed up. I think they decided that what they were sent to protect didn't belong here anymore. I don't think anyone's going to have any trouble from them ever again.
You sure about that?
Unless I die of blood poisoning, I think I'm right. He kind of slumps into one of the chairs in the lobby.
So it's over. That's it.
Maybe.
Gentlemen, I might have work for you in the future, but I need a drink. I need some stitches. I suggest we try to forget whatever happened here tonight.
Do remember you. Do
Don't
remember
have
the
to ask
contract
for
for
advice.
those that are lost.
And that we pull back and get a nice overview of Cairo, Egypt, lit up by night with a strange darkness over the Cataract Hotel. And we'll end our adventure there.
Pin us.
I had a good time. I hope everyone else did. I hope it was creepy enough.
So anticlimactic.
I was going to sacrifice myself.
You can sacrifice yourself next time after I find some more things to torture you with in the next Call of Cthulhu, which will be sometime. Hopefully next week we'll be back to our normal programming of D&D. We'll be assaulting the Lowburns main keep. And
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing.
yeah,
I still gotta pick up a feat.
But
that's gonna be fun. So have a good time. We'll catch you next week. And cool music plays, the lights go down. We'll catch you next time.